What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video, I'm bringing the GOAT to the Sunshine Cup. Yes, the cup where we see Noctowls, Pidgeots, Vigoroths, but the GOAT does not care. Shadow Alolan Marowak with Fire Spin, Shadow Bone, and Fire Blast, and yes, we do face off against lots and lots of Noctowls and Pidgeots today, and we're able to overcome it. I paired it with Abomasnow and Noctowl just to have a bit of fun, but ultimately my goal is to get as many booms with Alolan Marowak as possible. Alright, getting into the first battle, we have Abomasnow on the lead versus Vigoroth. So this is obviously a pretty tough matchup right here, so I'm going to go ahead and swap into the Noctowl to get ahead on energy, and they do bring in a Pidgeot. Now I'm noticing with this Pidgeot, I think the fast move might be Peck. They don't have Wing Attack or Gust, so it's got no legacy moves, but either way, what I want to try to do here is just put a lot of pressure down with Sky Attack and have shield advantage for Alolan Marowak. That is ultimately the goal, so I'm going to go ahead and just go for another Sky Attack. We do get a shield, which is perfect, and now they're going to go ahead and throw the charge move. If it's Brave Bird, so be it. I will come in with Abomasnow, but it's actually just an Aerial Ace, so that's pretty interesting as I now can survive long enough to get to one more Sky Attack right here. Had it been a Brave Bird, obviously we go down, but we come in with Abomasnow and Farm Bounce. We are able to take Switch, but this is still a tough situation as Vigoroth is going to load up on a ton of energy, and with Body Slam and Bulldoze, it can actually potentially sweep my team. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a nice little peekaboo. I come in with Abomasnow and swap to Alolan Marowak. You want to know why? Because we're catching the Body Slam right there for resisted damage, and now they bring in the Noctowl. So yes, a Vigoroth, a Pidgeot, and a Noctowl, but Alolan Marowak does not care. Fire Spin with that added shadow damage is insane in neutral situations, and we're obviously going straight for the Fire Blast. This does an incredible amount of damage. You'll love to see it. Boom! One shots the Noctowl, and now Vigoroth comes in and is going to be surrendering, so that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. This team was a lot of fun, but ultimately it really leveraged my knowledge with Alolan Marowak. Alright, we got Noctowl on the lead. They decide to swap into Vigoroth, so I'm going to go ahead and swap into Alolan Marowak. And this is one of those tough situations where the Bulldoze is what we need to look out for. We heavily resist Body Slam, but I'm going to go ahead and respect it in Shield. Now, Bulldoze cannot one-shot from this range, so unfortunately I did give up a Shield there on the Body Slam, but I'm just going to go ahead and fire right back here with the Fire Blast to try to even up those shields or just get rid of the Vigoroth. We get rid of the Vigoroth. Boom. See ya. That's 2 Fire Blasts landed today, and then we're going to see that Noctowl come in. Now, if the Noctowl tries to load up on extra energy, we could potentially get to another Fire Blast, but they decide to basically throw right away, so we're going to go ahead and let this go. Play it safe. No reason to shield a Shadow Ball now. Boom. It's going to take us out. Abomasnow coming in, and now it's Galarian Stunfisk. And this is a very tough situation, everyone. Galarian Stunfisk has 2 shields. Galarian Stunfisk has Rock Slide for both Abomasnow and Noctowl. But we were able to sneak through that Energy Ball, which is really going to pay off here for me, because this game is going to come down to my own Noctowl winning. Now, I am going to give up a shield here with the Rock Slide because I want to try to put more pressure down with Weather Balls. I think my win condition is in the no shield situation. So we're going to go ahead and throw these Weather Balls, force these shields from Abomasnow, or from Galarian Stunfisk, because they cannot take us out with 1 Rock Slide. They're going to have to throw 2, and hopefully I can get to another one in time, which I do. Perfect. If this gets the next shield, things are looking very, very good, and we do get it. This is beautiful. Now they're going to go ahead, and I tried to catch it right there because I thought, you know what, maybe the win condition is with Abomasnow, but ultimately we go down to Rock Slide. We're going to come in with our own Noctowl right now, and they are getting very close to Rock Slide, which they do. So this is like, you got to be thinking, this is looking like a worst case situation as Rock Slide is going to take us out, but we're going to take this opportunity to overload on energy because the Galarian Stunfisk was just about to get to another Rock Slide and we resist Mud Shot, which means Sky Attack here is going to be taking them out. It is now a mirror fight. I am down on health. This looks bad. But tell you what, energy is the name of the game, especially in a mirror match here with Noctowl versus Noctowl, as we might just be able to survive this next Sky Attack. It's going to be incredibly close. We do survive, and now we can get to this next Sky Attack in time, and this might just be enough to take them out. I'm really setting this up. No, it's not enough, but that's okay. 2 wing attacks, and we're able to take it right there. Noctowl, come on! What a beautiful game. I was definitely thinking we were down bad there. But we got Abomasnow now versus Trevenant. So our whole team does incredibly well. Yes, Alolan Marowak needs to watch out for those Shadow Claws and Shadow Balls, but ultimately we are sitting good with this team as they now decide to swap into Diggersby, which is even better because Abomasnow can do very well. We have to watch out for Fire Punch, but ultimately Weather Balls here are going to be putting down a ton of pressure. So we're going to go ahead and safely shield this first Fire Punch. I should be able to get to 2 more Weather Balls before they get to a second Fire Punch in time, which will set me up for shield advantage and potentially 2-0. Or 1-0, I should say, on my side. I could get 2 right here from them. So we get 1. We're going to go ahead and throw the second right away. And this should be getting the second shield. And if it does, I should be able to fully farm down with Alolan Marowak. So we do get 2 shields. This is perfect. This is a beautiful setup. Alolan Marowak has the charge moves in order to one-shot Trevenant. And it has Fire Blast for that neutral damage. So I'm actually going to go ahead and swap out into Alolan Marowak here and get ahead on energy because I do not want them to farm down my Abomasnow. But I will respect the potential Earthquake. Now remember, Trevenant is going to get one-shot by Shadowbone, but they decide to swap into Knockdown, which is even better because we're on 3 for 3 with Fire Blast today. You love to see it. It doesn't one-shot, but it does so much damage. Look at that. 98% of Knockdown's HP gone from Alolan Marowak. We do go down, but this game is over as Noctowl is going to come in. Trevenant's going to just get farmed down with fast moves, and Diggersby is extremely low, so they do decide to surrender. But Alolan Marowak, I love the Fire Blast in this meta. Abomasnow now. Good game versus Vigoroth here. Again, another tough one. We're going to go ahead and swap out into our Noctowl and get ahead on energy. This time, they decide to stay in and look to go for a Body Slam, which is okay by me. Doesn't do too much damage, but I do need to be careful about them staying in. But they decide to swap into the Mirror Fight, which is fine. Again, this could be another Vigoroth, Noctowl, Pidgeot team, which is pretty common. So we need to kind of play to that if we can. And Noctowl, honestly, is the tougher option, or the tougher Pokemon to face off against for our own Alolan Marowak. So I decided to give up a shield here. I want to put some shield pressure on them because I think if I can have the ones on the back end here, I might be able to just win it. So we do get a shield with Sky Attack. We're going to try to go for another one, and we get to it in time on CMP tie, which is beautiful. This isn't going to be enough to KO, but it's going to be enough to get them low enough where I can come in and farm down with Powder Snow. Now this is still going to be kind of dangerous. Vigoroth has a little bit of energy and still a good amount of health. So we're going to come in with Abomasnow and Powder Snow down. Now let's see if the Vigoroth decides to come in. It does. So we're going to go ahead and swap now into Alolan Marowak. But the final Pokemon is Lickitung and not Pidgeot. This is the tough situation. Well, when in doubt, throw the Fire Blast out, right? Lickitung can take neutral damage from this, but they decide to shield. That's a really good call from my opponent. They saw it coming. Had that landed, we would have completely taken this game. It would have been over. But overall, good game. Body Slam, not going to be enough to take us out, but I do get to the Shadowbone in time. Again, this would have been cool if I baited with Shadowbone and then got the Fire Blast, but ultimately, my Abomasnow has to put in a lot of work here, and they have multiple Body Slams ready to go on the Lickitung because they basically farm me down. So we're probably going to get hit with 2 or 3 right here. Yeah, it's already 2. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 3, and there's a Vigoroth in the back, so we're going to go ahead and shield and then try to go for Energy Ball here. Maybe the better option looking at this was double Weather Ball, because Energy Ball is not enough, but they had a Body Slam anyways. So that is going to be a good game, very well played. We're going to get taken out with counter damage, but tell you what, facing off against Vigoroth, Noctowl, and Lickitung, and the game coming down to them correctly shielding the Fire Blast, makes me so happy because Alolan Marowak has an uphill battle in this meta. Alright, we got Noctowl here on the lead. Somewhat of a neutral matchup, but they decided to swap out into Vigoroth anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and go for Weather Ball here, just to chip some health from the Vigoroth, and then swap into my Alolan Marowak to do some damage here with Fire Spin. As you guys can see, it really adds up. Now, obviously, Bulldoze, we got to watch out for it. It hurts. But we're going to go ahead and shield, and it was the Bulldoze. This is perfect. I'm now in a position where I can't farm down. I think they maybe get to another Bulldoze in time. Couple more counters there, but I just wanted to play it safe and go for Shadowbone, as it will be enough to take out Vigoroth. All right, let's see what decides to come in. It's going to be a Swampert. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go for Shadow Bone here. And this is why I love Alolan Marowak, is that neutral damage with Shadow Bone to a lot of the meta. That did 60% of its health, just like that. So what I'm actually going to do is I desperately want to land another Fire Blast, so I'm going to shield. This makes no sense, but I'm going to shield because I want a Fire Blast, and I also catch the charge move here on Abomasnow. I'm going to save my Noctowl to just in case as like a safety card in case I need it in order to win. So the opponent Noctowl is going to come in. I'm going to go ahead and go for Weather Ball. Mind you, in my head, I think Swampert is basically out of energy. So I get a shield there with Weather Ball. They're going to go ahead and throw a Sky Attack before I can get to a second one. So now we'll be going down, but now I need to come in with my own Noctowl right here and go into the mirror. But again, I want to have a win con when I Fire Blast this Noctowl out of the sky, and that's why I decided to shield. Typically, I would just let that go, trust in Noctowl and Abomasnow with the shield to carry this for me, but we're trusting in the GOAT instead. So we will go ahead and load up on energy. Go for a Sky Attack right here. We almost have 2 ready to go, and they have 1 shield remaining. So we'll have to see how they decide to use it. They decided to use it right there. Now they swap out into Swampert, so I'm going to go ahead and farm down. But they get to another Hydro Cannon, and I'm like, I thought they were energy dry. I was expecting at least 2 more Mud Shots. But now I come in with my own Noctowl and farm down. This is, again, extremely close, just like a previous battle. Oh my goodness, we're going to go ahead and go for this Sky Attack. They survive. They're going to be going for their Sky Attack. We should be able to survive, but I think I have my own Sky Attack ready to go. So we survive with maybe like 3 HP in a dream. But we hang on right there as we can go for a Sky Attack to close this game out. And that is going to be a good battle, very well played. All right, moving to the next one. We got Abomasnow versus Cherrim. Okay. So we have to watch out for Weather Ball, and this actually is a Razor Leaf Cherrim, which is really good for us. Our whole team just slaughters this little plant, unfortunately. Thankfully, Abomasnow here, low energy charge move of Weather Ball is really, really nice to do super effective damage as we can force shield number 1. We're going to go ahead and shield ourselves. This is clearly the fire type Weather Ball right here that they do have access to, which would boom us, and they decide to swap into Galarian Stunfisk. So I'm going to go ahead and go for Weather Ball. I should have maybe, looking back, I should have probably gone for Energy Ball right there. But now I'm going to go ahead and swap into Noctowl. So this is kind of a tough situation. Both Alolan Marowak and Noctowl they have somewhat decent matchups against Galarian Stunfisk and both take super effective damage, but at least with Noctowl and this neutral damage, they can't farm me down with Mud Shot. They have to throw a charge move in order to take me out. So even they're gonna have to throw 3 basically, because the second one will land right here. I'm gonna let it go, but they cannot farm me down with Mud Shot before I get to another charge move. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Sky Attack now. This is going to do enough resisted damage. Galarian Stunfisk, even though it resists it, is low enough with its health where this can take it out. So we do take out Galarian Stunfisk. Beautiful. They come back in with Cherrim, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Abomasnow, or Shadow Alolan Marowak, you're going to go ahead and come in and farm down because I don't know what's in the back, but we're going to have fun. And it's actually a Ludicolo, so a double Razor Leaf team right here, which, honestly, my whole team just shreds through. If we're just being completely honest with Noctowl, Abomasnow, and Alolan Marowak. So we're going to go ahead and farm down. That is going to be a good game. Fun team by the opponent, but Alolan Marowak was set up for that one right there. Good game. All right, moving to the next one. We have Abomasnow versus Electrode. Hisui Electrode right here, which is a really nice matchup. They decide to swap out into Vigoroth, so I'm going to go ahead and come in with the Alolan Marowak once again. Bulldoze, like we said earlier, it's not enough to one-shot. It does do a lot of damage, but we respect the Bulldoze every single time, as it is just going to be a Body Slam spam. So that's unfortunate for us. And now I'm going to go ahead and go for Fire Blast, obviously. I want to even out these shields, and I can survive a Bulldoze if they do land it next. So Fire Blast does get shielded. Okay, we're still sitting okay. We're going to go ahead and I believe I let this go. It is going to be the Bulldoze. We can survive. But remember, our Ghost typing heavily resists counter. And we resist Body Slam, but not enough to be able to survive. So I'm going to go ahead and give up a shield because I think I can Fire Spin down before they get to another one. Alolan Marowak, the GOAT, just hanging on right there. And now we will see a Pidgeot come in. So we have to go for Shadow Bone. We did not have enough energy for Fire Blast. So hopefully we get the debuff, but we do some nice chip damage. No debuff right there. Now I'm going to go ahead and come into the Noctowl because the Hisui Electrode doesn't do well against Abomasnow. It's going to be resisting all the moves there. So we're going to go ahead and just go for Sky Attack and then swap into Abomasnow now and look to go for the Weather Ball early. I don't want to get hit with a Wild Charge. Even though it is resisted, it would still do quite a bit of damage. And I want to put pressure now on the Pidgeot because Pidgeot, if it has, it could have Aerial Ace, but if it has Brave Bird, which most do, it's going to have to throw it in order to take me out. And Noctowl has enough health remaining where it can survive a second, or a Brave Bird. The second one coming through here is this first one now will take us out. Boom! Down goes Abomasnow. And now we come in with our Noctowl. Defense has been severely dropped, but Noctowl is the tank of the skies, as you guys will see. Brave Bird can easily be survived right there as we go for our own Sky Attack, and that is going to be a good game, very well played. So, really positive lead for us. We kind of locked it down with Alolan Marowak and showed that, you know what, it can go toe-to-toe with that Vigoroth, especially with Bulldoze landing. Alright, we got Abomasnow now versus Noctowl. Again, somewhat neutral, but I've seen Noctowls typically swap out, which they do. Vigoroth and Alolan Marowak is like a tale as old as time. Noctowl and Vigoroth. Safe swap. So they're going to go ahead and go for Body Slam right away. And this is what's very, very important if you guys are battling. Always build up to the super effective move. Now, they may not have it. This could be a single moved Body Slam, which would be my guess, which is why they're throwing it right away. But even then, if you're on this side and you're like, dang, I only have a single move Vigoroth with Body Slam, fake the Bulldoze. Overload on energy, even if you don't know exactly how many it is, how many counters to do, just overload a ton because you put fear into me. Now I don't have any fear with Alolan Marowak. I can no-shield everything and farm you down and have Fire Blast on the back end. So they bring in the Swampert, so I'm going to go ahead and go for Shadow Bone right here. And because Swampert, it doesn't have loaded energy, right? It has to build up to another charge move. I can throw back-to-back Shadow Bones. The GOAT putting in work right now, even in a Swampert matchup. So we're going to be getting a shield right there from them. And they're going to go ahead and throw Hydro Cannon, which is fine by me. Abomasnow and Noctowl should be able to take this game as Hydro Cannon takes out Alolan Marowak. Now we're going to go ahead and overload on energy because I don't need to really worry about Hydro Cannon, but they have built up enough for a potential Sludge Wave, as it is, I think, a potential Sludge Wave, as we will now see them swap into Noctowl. So we're going to go ahead and throw this Weather Ball here, and then we're going to have to look to come into the Mirror Match as we do get a shield, but I want to go ahead and go for one more Weather Ball because this added super effective damage is so nice in this matchup. So we're going to go ahead and now swap into, actually no, I decided to stay in. I decided to tank the charge move. Actually, I'm remembering this battle now. I did this yesterday. Abomasnow is just going to take this game. Like, we're just going to go. Abomasnow does not care. It has no care in the world. We have a shield. We have Weather Ball. Down goes Noctowl. And then the Swampert coming in is going to get Powdered Snow down. And that is going to be a good game. Didn't need to use Noctowl that game. Alright, good battle. And that was the final one. No, it was not. The computer is being slow today. Alright, we got Abomasnow versus Pidgeot here on the lead. So somewhat similar to Noctowl. We'll have to see if they decide to swap, but they're not going to, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and go for Weather Ball. Now, when you're looking at this situation, you always got to be fearful about the potential early Brave Bird and getting rid of a Pokemon, especially when they're shielding. That could potentially be strong against their backline, right, if they have a Swampert. So we're going to go ahead and respect it and shield, but it was just a Feather Dance. So now I'm forced to throw a Weather Ball here, and then I might not be able to stay in. I might have to go into Noctowl to clear this debuff because, again, I'm reading that they might be weak. So we're going to go ahead and load up and swap now into Noctowl. And this here is this is going to be the Brave Bird. Why? They wouldn't throw anything else. It is going to be Brave Bird, but we can easily tank that. And they swap in a Stunfisk, the Pancake, which is tough. It has enough damage and enough energy to probably sweep my team, because Abomasnow is low enough right here, but it has to throw energy against Noctowl, otherwise I get to another Shadow Ball, which would be dangerous for them. So what I need to do is come back in with Abomasnow and try to get rid of this Pancake. Remember, there's still Pidgeot in the back, which is low, but no energy, and we don't know what their final Pokemon is. So I'm going to go ahead and let this go. I know I can resist it, because I know if I put them in a false sense of security to no-shield this, Alolan Marowak might just be able to take this game. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Weather Ball. They decide to no-shield it. I farm down, And we're going to go ahead and swap into the GOAT right away. Final Pokemon is a Vigoroth. Buckle up, here we go. Vigoroth now is the Pokemon to beat, as they are going to go for what could be a Bulldoze. So I'm going to go ahead and no-shield it. And it was the Bulldoze. That's so much damage. And now they decide to swap into Pidgeot to try to catch the charge move. So I'm going to go ahead and go for Shadow Bone here for shield bait, because they must have been anticipating the Fire Blast. They no-shield it. And I'm like, what are you doing? You tried to catch the Fire Blast and then you no-shield the Shadow Bone. So I'm forced now to continuously throw Shadow Bones here. And they're just going to go ahead and let it go. They weren't going to take it right there. They wouldn't get to 2 Body Slams. So that is going to be a good game. All right, next we got Abomasnow versus Swampert here on the lead. So very positive lead for us. We see them swap into Steelix. So we're going to bring in the Alolan Marowak right here. I'm looking out for Crunch and Earthquake. I'm not going to be worried about Psychic Fangs, but this was enough energy for Earthquake, so I'm going to go ahead and shield, which, in all honesty, yeah, it is going to be Earthquake. If they had Crunch, this would be a bit tougher, but now I can overload on energy, making sure I have 1 Shadow Bone ready to go for the Swampert on the back end. So here we go. We take out the Steelix, and they will bring back in Swampert. But again, Alolan Marowak has a lot of energy. And they can't farm us down, by the way. Swampert, even though it has Mud Shot, we have way too much health here on Alolan Marowak. They have to throw a charge move. And they do basically right away. So we're going to go ahead and let this go. And then we're going to come back in with Abomasnow and load up on energy. They decide to swap into Obstagoon, which is going to be tough. I don't do super effective damage with Noctowl because of the typing there, normal, dark. But they do neutral damage to us with Counter and Night Slash. And obviously, we have to fear the boost. That is something we absolutely have to fear. And just pray that it doesn't happen. So we're just going to go ahead and go for multiple Sky Attacks. Now, this is the tough question. I'm going to go ahead and give up a shield on this Night Slash right here. They could have gotten the boost after. But what I didn't want them to do is commit to the full farm down against me, because that would put me in a very tough situation. So now they have to throw energy in order to take me out, which is going to make Abomasnow have a bit better of a time later on, as Night Slash is not going to be enough to take us down. We can go for Sky Attack, and now something kind of counterintuitive. I have to go back into Abomasnow. I'm going to get farmed down by Obstagoon, but at least this way, I force them to swap into Swampert here, and I go for the Weather Ball, but they decide to surrender. And that is going to be a good game, very well played. And that was the final battle. This team was a lot of fun. Alolan Marowak with Fire Blast obviously took a lot of opponents by surprise. Able to beat the Vigoroth, Pidgeot, Noctowl team with this as well, with the Peekaboo catch with Body Slam, because obviously with an Abomasnow they wouldn't throw Bulldoze. So I make them see the Abomasnow, and then I swap into the Alolan Marowak to catch Body Slam. It was so much fun. That's why I put it at game 1, because I was really proud of that move. But hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.